All right, what is up, guys? Your homeboy Daniel from Tiny Studio Production. And today we got the one and only El de la Magia, G Ritmo.
Mr. Gem Cutter
Yeah, yeah,
Studios.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, guys? What's up?
How's it going, bro? How's it been? How's everything?
It's been pretty good, man. Just working and working, basically. Get off work, get into the studio, make some mixes. Trying to work on new ventures, trying to different genres, trying to get a little bit into the corrido tumbados kind of genre too. A little bit something different, since that's something that's hitting here down here too. Just trying to mix it with trap. So a little bit like a mixture of the sound that could be generated from here as well.
It's awesome, man.
That's cool, bro. You gotta market that, so you gotta do what's pretty much hitting down here. So that's pretty smart on
Yeah,
the
you
marketing
gotta just
side.
venture out a little bit. Like I have a friend, shout out to Dami. He does reggaeton trap, but he sometimes just throws a corrido tumbado here and there. And he's like, hey man, if I can get other people to listen to my corrido tumbado because they like that, they might go and search up my other music, and they might like what they hear. But if not, at least I got them to hear something that they wanted to hear.
I say, in my opinion, we have an individual. This individual right here, bro, he separates himself from everybody else in the Valley scene, in my opinion, because he doesn't show by word of mouth, but more by his actions of a lot of people that he's worked with. So I applaud you, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
love what
Appreciate
you're
it, bro.
doing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro, you're one of the busiest guys I know besides Quez. Like, shit, I'm just honored that you even came today, bro. I thought you were gonna.
Nah, bro. I came, bro. Like you told me, I was like, yo, I'm ready. Like the other week, I got caught up, but like I said I was here today. I'm here today. I'm here early.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I got you, man. For real. Thank
so
you for
what
thank
got-
you for the invite.
Anytime, brother. So what got you into the music, bro? From like DJ, music producer, sound engineer, like what started it all?
It's like super long story short. Like I actually used to throw raves, and I used to throw them at a friend's ranch, dude.
Oh,
And back in the day, ranch parties, but my friend's ranch had a baseball field, so we would set up the DJ booth and the home plate, and then everybody would party like towards the pitching mound, bro, and shit, and like people would just go wild on the freaking, and the whole baseball field, dude.
Pero pinche Project X a la verga.
Bro, for real, like I don't even know if I should be saying this. Like, homie, I know me and homie cool, but like we used to throw it down at the ranch party. So one day,
Damn.
that was before I was DJing. It was back in the text bomb days, MySpace days.
And this was here in the valley, or
Yeah, in the valley.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Over
bro.
there in Palmview, we're super hitting.
I think I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
So we used to throw them down there. So we had done events already. So we had booked a DJ, but we didn't know what we were really booking. So we booked a quinceañera type of DJ at a party like that. So dude, he started running out of electronic songs. So he was starting to double play like LMFAO and shit. We're like, yo, like we need somebody else. So homie was like, hey man, let me bring my computer. I got some music. And then I'll just plug in with the aux real quick. I was like, you know what, dude? At this point, fuck it, just bring it. So he brought it, and it was that moment when he brought his music, I saw him kind of shift the energy of the crowd, and I was like, holy shit, like it's not physically how you can see it, but like mentally you can kind of like see how he shift the energy of the crowd. And I was like, yo, I gotta learn how to do that shit. And then after that, I just downloaded this simple program, Virtual DJ, started learning how to do it, and got myself a little controller. And after that, that's what got me more into the music.
Yeah.
And
So as a
then-
DJ, that's how you transition from DJ to producer.
Yeah, like at first I was like DJing, and I was like, man, this is so dope. Like, I wonder how it feels when I drop an original track to the crowd and see the reaction. So then I kind of started like venturing a little bit and learning how to produce, and that's when my friend Freddie Vasquez, shout out Frenzy, he's the one that started showing me a little bit of the ropes how to do it. But I mean, I've always been into music, but I just never noticed it. I guess when I was in high school, I was that kid that would be like, "Hey, you got any of those new burn CDs?" So people
man.
will give me the list of the stuff they will burn, and we're talking old school. Maybe the youngins that
It's
are
the
listening
hustle.
to was like, I'm talking about you leave the computer turned on overnight because you couldn't use the phone because it was connected to the freaking cable. That little little sound,
56K modem.
the little dial-up
Welcome.
sound.
You
Yeah.
got mail.
Yeah, exactly. We get those CDs through mail and shit. Yeah. So just burn them and sell them at school. It sounds super illegal, but that's why we didn't know about this shit back then. We're just trying to make quick buck at school, selling CDs and shit. So I guess the music was always there. Like I would always listen to the top 10 and all that, but I just never knew that that's what I was something I was gonna go into. Then after I wanted to learn, I wanted to learn it fast. So like, man, what do I need to do to step up my game a little bit? So that's when it was like 2012. That's when I decided to go to the Art Institute in Austin. So that's when I moved to Austin to pursue music because I didn't do that much research, but I knew that down here in the valley, there wasn't really an audio school to go to. And then I guess the first one that I popped up was that one, and it was kind of close. And I was like, man, I'll just go check it out in Austin. And that's when I went to school to Austin over there.
That's good that you have that under your belt, man. And I applaud you, man, for making a lot of noise on this side of the valley, man. And also, I see that you're working with a lot of artists, especially with Arnold the Painter, man. In my opinion, I feel that guy is very underrated. You need to put respect on his name, bro. Like he's real.
Yeah,
good
he's one of the hardest working cats I know. Like just this year, I think he's dropped more than 10, 12 tracks, and he works like 70 hours a week.
It's
like,
good, man. His style is very unique, man.
Yeah, I fuck with his style, bro. It's fucking.
Yeah, for sure, dog. Like his style, he prides himself a lot of not using the same melody in a track.
Yeah.
So he listens to like a new beat and he's trying to like, let me see what melody I can come up with, and tries to come up with like different melodies.
Like switching up cadences.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And like some people, I told them like, bro, why don't you use the same theme, because that way it can get stuck to you and that's your style. And it's like, nah, because people can now copy it. So I'm trying to do different and do that way I can do different cadences and they won't know what I'm gonna switch up on the next track, how I'm gonna sing on the next track.
Different flavors.
Yeah, different flavor. They don't know how I'm gonna come in on the next track and stuff like that.
You gotta hit them harder than your last one.
Exactly. Yeah, the different flavor.
Hey, G, Hermes or Guitar Center?
Pues GC that, tú sabes. Guitar Center.
Yeah, hit him up.
Hit him up if y'all need any discounts. No más que poquito discount porque ya el pedo está cabrón con el COVID.
Hey, bro,
ya me están regañando.
What has been your favorite experience so far in the music?
I think DJing was when I dropped like an original track and the people were like vibing to it. I think that was one of my best experiences DJing. I think in the studio, damn dude, I think in the studio it's been twice where I've actually teared up / cried and I made somebody cry in the studio too. I think that's pretty like crazy, but it's a good feeling. Like I've heard of stories like that, and I was like, nah mames neta, and then then it happens to you, and you're like, oh shit, dude, like damn, like you know what I'm saying, like you got cheered up when you were making something. I guess it was so emotional, or just like you both saw or heard how you wanted to hear it in your head, and it comes out like that. And it comes out that way, and once you comes out that way, it's kind of like a feeling that the artist
it's like accomplishments, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like the artist maybe has been working so long, maybe years, to come out with something that he's been hearing in his head, and he never got it out. I mean, he was probably about to give up, but then that one day it comes out how he comes out in his head, and it's like, oh shit, like some moment like of relief that he let it go. Like damn, it could actually sound that way. I just never had it. You know, maybe an engineer or producer that could help me that way to get that sound that he's been hearing in his head this whole time. You know, so it's a moment of relief. Like
that's beautiful, bro. How like both of you cried. Like it just shows that you're the producer, that's the artist, and that's how passionate you guys are about this shit, you know?
Yeah, it's been two occasions where, like, one occasion where I cheered up because I saw, like, a vision that happened performing that track that we were doing. And then the other one was the artist. The artist had cheered up, and he just told me, I guess he was going through, he had gone through a lot. And then to hear himself finally, how he'd been wanting to hear himself all this time, like, made him, like, you know, emotional, like, happy tears, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool.
And any songs that you, Quiz, or G, that have made you cry before?
Oh man, there's a lot of them, man.
Yeah.
Like mine, bro. The one that made me cry was the one that Kanye West did with Paul McCartney from the Beatles, where he's singing to his mom. Like his mom passed away. I know he's going through the whole divorce shit now, but at the time, like, he's pretty much quoting his mom. You know, like pretty much telling him like to tell his daughter about her. And bro, like it's a fucking deep song.
The best songs are the ones that are written out of your experience, your personal experience. Man. Those are the best songs.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I think some of the songs I liked a lot were some electronic songs too, because I'm a big like electronic music head. So like I guess some of the songs that hit me the most are when I've been with all my friends at like a concert, and they just play that one song, and it's kind of like, oh, I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. Like Like
cool,
you
bro.
know, maybe like it might sound cheesy, maybe, but maybe like the song "Don't You Worry, Child"
Oh,
by
bro, I was
Swedish
about
House
to tell you
Mafia.
that shit, bro.
Like whenever that shit plays, like it's like, you know,
Yeah, it
memories.
hit. You feel it, man. Like you can relate to
Yeah,
it.
or like Tiesto, "Feel It in My Bones." Like all those sort of like a Dead Mouse track, something that kind of brings back memories to other people you were chilling with that one night, or that one, you know, maybe it's not even people you're hanging out with. Maybe you don't even talk to them anymore, but it's just that some people that you had that experience with back in the day when you were in a certain moment in your life.
E- I love EDM, bro. It made me go through, like, I went through a dark moment in my life, and then I started hitting fitness, and all I would listen to is EDM, bro. I'd get lost in the music, and
Yeah, bro.
Don't You Worry, Child, bro. Like, it was around the time where I was really depressed, and that song, just hearing it, like, so I feel you when you're talking about that song, bro. Like,
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's because a lot of people think it's because it's you have to understand EDM in a sense, because sometimes it doesn't have lyrics, but it still speaks to you.
The beat.
Yeah,
and people think, bro, that you're just pressing one button, but it's beyond that button. It's like when you actually make the song, there's just so many tracks on the transitions, the builds, the drops.
yeah,
There's a lot of work to it, and they just think you're just pressing one fucking button, but it's not. Like, you made it to where you can press buttons where you map it out on a MIDI controller, but
yeah,
it goes beyond that. You know, it's
yeah,
more
exactly.
complex than any other genre. That's in my opinion. Like, there's just so much to the body of an EDM song.
Yeah, and it's super hard in a sense because I mean, it's hard and easy, but it's not really as easy because you got to automate so much stuff on an electronic track compared to like a hip hop track, like a hip hop beat. Just lay the drums, make a good melody, kind of repeat it, doesn't get boring. And because honestly, like a lot of people might talk smack about like, oh, the beat is fire and the beat is fire, but like, bro, have a fucking beat, has it ever gone platinum by itself? Hell no. You still the main instrument is still the vocal, man. Like, it don't matter, like it's the vocal that's gonna make the beat. Like, it don't matter, like, oh, this beat is the beat is the beat. Like, nah, it's at the end of the day the most important instrument is the vocal, because
Yeah.
that's the best. That's the instrument that has the most feeling. You know.
And bro, like, talking about EDM, like back then, because I know Deadmau came, Tiesto, and I admired it, but I wasn't really into it until Calvin Harris came in, because I saw that not only was he producing the beats, but he was also doing the vocals on it.
Yeah, he was playing too. I think if I'm not mistaken, Calvin is a full-on musician. So he
Yeah.
plays the guitar, the bass, like a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, man, Calvin Harris is a beast.
Bro, but do you think, like, because people say like EDM was like, they kind of give all the credit to Deadmau5, but I feel like Mexico, bro, that's where I feel like EDM started, like Internacional, when Faye, do you remember the artist Faye? What's the other one? Moeña.
Hmm.
Like, there was a lot of electronic before, like, or maybe it was around the same time.
Yeah,
Is that
like
considered that genre as well? Those artists?
I'm not too sure. I need to hear probably a song from Faye. Like I've it rings the bell, but I'm not I haven't heard
Yeah.
it.
But yeah,
But like yeah, I think it started like, well, Deadmau5 started like in the early 2000s, but I think music, like house music, and where it all started was like in the 80s, 90s. I think it was Chicago and New York that had most of it, but there was also in the UK, there was some stuff going on over there where it kind of just started getting mixed, because I think UK had like jungle and like garage and stuff like that, but the garage actually came from I think it was New York or Pennsylvania or Philadelphia, somewhere there. They would do raves at parking garages, so that's what they used to call them, paradise garage parties. So they would just throw big raves at garage parties. I mean, garage parking garages.
Yeah.
So that's where that kind of subgenre popped out, and it was kind of cool because if you think about it, like garage music was kind of like sweet female vocals on a kind of like offbeat track, and if you kind of hear it, it kind of sounds like a bit of R&B to me. It has like an R&B feeling, and honestly, bro, I think R&B, like, it's been coming up already, like in 2020,
It's coming.
but I think this year, like R&B, like, is gonna take a whole, like, oh, it's gonna take over, like, because I feel like it has more of that, you know, like that feeling that people are not getting right now. They're getting like a lot of hype stuff, a lot of like dark stuff, a lot of like, man, but right now, man, how life is going and the energy has shifted a lot. So I feel like once you hear like a nice mellow beat with a nice female or male vocal on it talking about, I'ma love you down, or maybe just
Yeah.
talking about how their life is going, but in a smooth transition. Like I feel like people are gonna start listening more to music than just actually playing it.
Yeah, it's very raw. It's very authentic, R&B, the R&B genre.
Yeah.
Man, dude, it's crazy. Hey, LeBron or Kobe?
Shh.
I can
Kobe-
already
Kobe
tell
all day,
what you're
dog.
rocking, man.
Kobe all day.
Yeah, Kobe all day.
Kobe, dog.
LeBron or Jordan?
Shh, man, that's a good one too, bro. But I mean,
I put you on the spot, man.
yeah, you put me on the spot. Look, I grew up barely watching any Jordan.
Okay.
Like, I'm 31, so I maybe watched them a little bit, but I
Yeah.
know what he did to the game.
Okay.
But then I grew up watching mostly all of Kobe, and I obviously grew up watching all of LeBron. So I wouldn't compare them both, like, in that sense, simply because they play different positions. But my respect to both. But I mean, if I would choose one to see who changed the game more, in the beginning it would be Jordan, but LeBron kind of changed it in his own way, more
Yeah.
of how he plays and how he was starting to recruit people to get different things to build up to where he wanted to. So LeBron had more of a management kind of deal, but his game was more like driven. Oh, I'm gonna drive to you, and you ain't gonna stop me. And
Yeah.
Jordan was more like, yo, I'm gonna pull up in your face and I'm gonna just drop it.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's a little bit different.
True. In one word, man, how would you describe your work ethic in the studio?
One word,
One word.
man. Let me see. Man, fuck, dude. I was trying to put 2 words, but I was
Two.
like,
Okay, 2 words. 2 words.
my work ethic at the studio. Damn, no sleep.
No sleep. There you go,
Yeah.
man. Best word.
Commitment
That's
right
2
there,
words.
bro.
No sleep.
So what's your favorite restaurant, bro?
Man, I'm a big pasta guy. I love pasta. So I recently tried Mamma Mia's pizzeria, and they had like a pretty good like chicken alfredo pasta. So and then I had Olive Garden yesterday. So maybe
Nice.
Olive Garden if it goes to pastas, and Mamma Mia's too for pasta. I
I'll
just
take the
love
tour
pasta.
of Italy.
Oh shit, you going the big plate, the big boy plate.
Big boy
Yeah.
plates.
So as a producer, bro, who inspires you?
Man, dude, like I don't know if y'all know this engineer, but if y'all don't, check him out. He's basically done like every freaking hit. He goes by Jason Joshua. That engineer dog is like, salute. You might never hear this, but that dude is motherfucking goat dog. And another producer that inspires me and an engineer too is Noah. Should be 40. Drake's producer, man. Him and his connection with Drake is something else. Like, people hate on Drake a lot, dog, but like, dude,
He's fucking goat.
that dude has no bad song, bro. Like, and you can tell why. I don't know, bro. Drake is some other shit, dog. And yeah, but Jason Joshua, bro, like he's one of the best like producers, engineers out there, and he's super humble. Like when if you check out his podcast, podcast interviews that he has, dude, he drops like a lot of gems there. And he I don't know if you've seen or heard of the Mix with the Masters. He has like some interviews there that he does too that has a badass knowledge on him. Like I get like a lot of like techniques from him. I'm still perfecting it because I think my mixes are sound okay, like good, but like I feel like why I chose audio was for that same reason, that there you can be 20 years in this game and you still gonna learn new shit. Like you never stop learning. Like you can't stop learning, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't think there's no audio engineer that say like I learned everything. Like hell no. You can't stop learning this shit. You just gotta
It's-
keep on working.
Especially in mix and mastering, bro. Like there's just so
Yeah.
much to it.
How was your work ethic during the whole pandemic, man? How did you handle, like, since last March till now? How did you handle all that?
Bro, like it was crazy, dog, because me and Arnold had been thinking of getting a studio, right? So since December of like 2019, we're thinking about it, and we had heard like little rumors of the virus and shit like that, and we're like, you know what, it's over there. We're all thinking, we
Yeah.
should be Gucci and everything. So in February we did the deposit, and 1st of March we got our studio. So we started painting, doing all this shit, dude. Like not even like halfway through March, layoff, everything freaking like closed, and we're like, oh shit, dude. Like what the fuck do we do? And honestly, if it wasn't for the unemployment like helping, I wouldn't. Cause I was asking for a break there where I was renting. Like, hey, like I'm out laid off job. This there's so much damn lying on unemployment. I tried calling, I tried online, and I can't get no bread. So I was like, maybe if I can get some people to come in on the meantime, but people were all scared, like they weren't even coming out because you needed fucking permission slips, like you were like in school and shit just to be out about and shit. So like it was kind of rough, but at the same time I took it the opposite. Or like, hey Arnold, fuck it, let's just me and you go. And it was kind of cool because the people beside us weren't working because my business is in a little plaza where there's like hair salons and all that shit beside me. So I had to work in the afternoons after they leave. So for a whole 2 months, it was basically me and Arnold and some homies were just cooking up music for basically all that we dropped from August and above was stuff that we made during the pandemic with Arnold. So all those 10 tracks you've heard recently were all the ones that we were making while we were on lockdown. Every night we were just there. We basically lived there, bro. Like we will go home, shower, and come back to the studio.
I like that, man. I like that. I like y'all's drive. How you guys didn't park just because of the pandemic, and you kept on going.
Is he your main artist, bro?
Yeah, he's one of my main ones. Like I start to manage him, and he invests in me. I invest in him. So we both believe in each other. And I think that's the way it should be once you're working with somebody close up. So he believes me, he drives me, I drive him. So whenever I feel like I'm going a little bit down, he picks me up in the same way, like on the other opposite side.
So as far as the roster goes, like he's the only one under Gem Cutter Studios.
I mean, he's one of the main ones in a sense where like he's helped me invest and he's like one of the main artists. But like,
do you separate Gem Cutter and G Ritmo like Gem Cutter's as far as business, G Ritmo's more under your artist, or how do you separate that?
like I feel like G Ritmo is like my like
personal
personal like image, I guess. Okay. And he's the engineer of Gem Cutter, so like in that sense, excuse me. So like in other words, an artist, like I have a lot of other artists that work for me, not work for me, like work under the Gem Cutter label. Well, it's the studio. Later it might be like a label, but like a lot of people that work for me, it's like Tabo Rayo, Ambición, Alexa, she goes there too. Arnold, there's Genesis, J Soul, Dami, who else? Omar Carrillo. Like I know I'm missing like a lot, but right now just what I have on top of my head.
Those are a lot of good artists that you mentioned, man. They're real good artists, very talented.
Yeah, so like it's just like they do their own stuff, but they come to me to record. It's not like they're tied under me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's good because they put their trust in you.
Yeah, and also
making that music.
And also shout out to Lore and BG4G, man. He's come through a lot, and we've gotten a really close connection. So
I like that WAP song that y'all did.
Yeah, bro, that was back in my old place. That was actually the first song me and him did together. And it was pretty cool, man. Ever since then, we clicked. It's a crazy story how I met Lore, dog. It's just like it was meant to be type of shit. Like, I was actually, when I came back from Austin, I was having trouble finding a job. Like, to a point where I was, like, taking money out of my 401k type shit. Not like if I had a lot, but I was like, yo, I need to fucking get some money, dog, because I was struggling. So, and then I went to those, what are those, ¿cómo se llama ese? It's a firm when they kind of like, you go and you ask for a job and they kind of looking for one for you.
Like Workforce?
Yeah. Workforce. So I went and they're like, hey, there's this marketing company. So I was like, oh, word, let me go real quick. So I went and dude, Lorde was the manager there at the time and he interviewed me and shit, dog. So he interviewed me and then I was there for like, I did like, the little interview and all that shit. I went to the second interview, the third interview, and then it's crazy because at that time I had applied at Guitar Center and I had applied like everywhere. I had applied at the radio station too. So it so happens that when I was trying to get that job, the radio station calls me and they're like, hey, you want to work? And I was like, yo, I'm down, but is it part-time or full-time? They're like, well, it's part-time, and then the marketing business over here was full-time, and I told them, hey, can I do part-time? That way I can work, I can work marketing over here and then part-time at the radio station. They're like, nah, you can't. So I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm just going to go to the radio station because, I don't know who I'm going to meet in this radio station work. It's a little bit different. So I started working at the radio station. I worked at our communications, which is like 101.5. It's La Tejano station. It's like La Lupe, all the Hispanic stations. And, so I started meeting a whole bunch of people there. DJ, shout out Yanin, Cositas, everybody out there. So, and then that's when Guitar Center called me. And then I was like, yo, well, I can work part-time. And it's basically I was working both jobs for a couple of months, and it's kind of just started getting a little bit up from there.
Any upcoming events, brother?
Yeah, I got one actually. Crisp Crisp Gallery. Yeah, it's here in Westlaco. So I thinking about either getting like a little roster from people from Austin or just one main artist that I've been scoping out from Austin. I just depending like is budget wise and everything. If I can bring like 4 acts at once because they're all in a crew, or I can
Okay.
bring one act that I know has his work done and everything. So I haven't thrown any names out there because I can't throw any names out there because it's not fully confirmed, but it should be confirmed by this upcoming week because it's on January 30th, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, January.
Yeah.
30th.
And I think y'all got one too, no, coming up.
Next month is gonna be Matt M from Junker Music,
Okay.
and then the following month is gonna be me.
But
But,
is there anybody else coming like next week, stuff like that, like soon
Well,
before the 30th?
Before the 30th, not that I know of,
Oh, okay.
but I'm like, I'm very grateful, bro. Like with you, with Quez, with Matt, that we're all gonna be able to do one. Like we're gonna take turns, but we're gonna have that cycle of like bringing different talents,
Different genres.
into Chris Gallery.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you guys helping that. Like I'm grateful with that, bro. And I feel like we've all vibed. Like when I met you, bro, it was crazy. Like I was shopping at Guitar Center and we fucking just started talking about production, Ableton.
Yeah, for sure.
And I remember telling you, I'm like, hey, bro, you're on Facebook? You're like, nah, bro, I'm really on the download. And I asked for your number. And then later on, I saw you on Facebook. I added you. And pues, I was doing at that time, I was recording a shitload of artists.
Mhm.
And I remember one of my previous artists, Mireya, she had shared a video of Arnold the Painter
Mhm.
and Cheater, the music video.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, bro, like, this shit's fire. Like, who the fuck did this? And then I see your fucking name on there. I'm like, fucking G Ritmo, like,
Yeah,
bro, like,
dog.
I
that's
can
crazy,
see
bro.
you come out in some videos too, right?
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
background. It's got a DJ Khaled of the Valley, bro.
Yeah, I just come out there like it's not like yo, let me hop in. They're like, hey man, we're shooting. If
Stanley.
you wanna
Hey,
come
bro,
through.
It's all good.
So I was like,
It's
all right,
good.
cool, man. Like I'll come out. Like let
So
me
you
just,
got arrested in the Lord of the one. You got arrested.
Yeah, bro. Like man, talking about arrest, bro. Like man, there's some shit that's happening that I'm just like praying to God it goes away type shit, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to talk about that in the
Nah,
podcast, not yet. But free Ritmo if it does come through.
Jeez,
So I'll make some shirts for me and shit.
Oh man.
Hey,
This guy's funny though, man. Because before the podcast, we were talking about the Capitol, and I told him, hey man. Oh, he tried to make a joke. There was a Irishman and so in the bar, and I was like, nah, man. There was this black guy and this Mexican going to the Capitol about to riot. He just started laughing. He was like, well, somebody can get shot. It was like, yeah, pretty much.
Straight up.
Like, yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. I think this is fucking crazy what's happening, bro. Like, I mean, I think it's all just like publicity and shit, dog. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean,
I don't get
even,
into the politics shit, bro.
me
I'm
either,
like,
dog. Like, talk about music to me, like politics and like
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
even like religion. Like, I believe in God, man. I'm a big spiritual person. Like, I guess if you can tell me what's your religion, like, I really want to know. But I grew up Catholic and then I turned really spiritual. And then right now I hang a lot with a lot of people that are Christian. So like I guess you can say I'm 33.3% of everything is spiritual, Catholic, and Christian. But it all just leads to me still believing in God. So that's basically what's helping me out, what's driving me, what's keeping me sane. It's just Him Himself, man. So like I just pray to Him and hope everything turns out right.
I respect that, bro. As far on the religion, I'll say this too. Like, I grew up in Pentecostal Christian. I had like a little church school that I would go to,
Yeah.
and then I did my community with was it community
The communion.
communion.
See, like
Like
community
that's-
service.
That's
Like, hey, what kind of religion you on,
Yeah,
man?
you got a speeding ticket.
What kind of religion is this, man? She got to do
Like
community
5-0
service and
religion.
shit. The 5-0 religion. Yeah, dude.
so I did my community service. Not joking.
Me too.
I did my community. I was a migrant worker in Michigan, bro. So you know what?
That's crazy,
it's
dog. My
fucked up,
parents
bro.
were
Because
migrant workers too, and from Cali to Texas, they'll come every other year. like at towards the end of the year, they will come. That's why I was before G Ritmo, I used to go by Kid Cali, so that's why a lot of people still call me, yo, what's up, Cali? And people are like, what the fuck they calling you Cali? You're in Texas. Like, yeah, I grew up in Fresno, California. So, and then I will migrate with my parents a lot. So then we moved back permanently, like in 2003, to Texas. But I was born in Cali though.
So throughout all the music, like all the music business that you've done, and I know you have gone out of state or different places, what's the best place you've ever been to?
And in regards to like me,
Music wise,
wise,
having music business.
music wise, I think it'll be Austin because I've been to several little places, but I think just my experience in Austin, seeing, okay, like when I was living in Austin, bro, like the majority, like I would say, like maybe 80 to 85% of the people that you will meet were either talking about doing do something creative, music, art, video, painting. Like it was just creative people there. Like it don't matter if you went out to the park, you went out to go get a slice of pizza, you went out to Spider House to go see some performances. Like everybody that was in there, it was kind of like everybody was in the same frequency, just like thinking about shit or like trying to create stuff. It was such a vibe, like being around other people that will think the way you think.
Yeah, Austin, Texas is real. It's alive out there, man.
Yeah,
it's
dog,
awesome
it's
there,
dope, bro.
It's a different vibe.
Hell yeah.
It's very open minded over there. Like diversity. Like
chingos de weed también. Hey, bro, like I went up there smoking, right? And I was like, I smoke. Put a pinche Reggie acá. Dame, I go over there. You can't even find that shit, bro. I was like, what the fuck is that? Either like, are you gonna make brownies? Or like, nah, bro, I'm trying to smoke. And then, bro, by the time you knew it, dude, like, I was like, yeah, it's too much for me. These motherfuckers are some other shit. Like, man, everybody, dude, like, so I swear, some of the professors I felt like went fucking high, dude. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it felt like it was legal over there for some reason. Like, people were smoking clubs and shit and be like, what? It was so like over here, you do that shit, probably get fucking arrested in fucking FBI or your crib and shit. Over there, probably be like, hey, me la pasas. It's like, bro, like, it was crazy, bro.
The girls over there, the first time I went, I fell in love like 20 times, bro. Like, a bunch of freaks over there, bro. Like, oh, man.
Damn, bro, pues, ¿dónde fuiste?
6th Street, bro. Like, I don't know. I just like it when they, like, dress up all, like, fuck that, bro.
Just had to throw it out there since it's the topic right now. Dude, what's up with that, bro? That was so random. Like, I just heard about that and I was like, bro, is Kanye gonna drop an album or some shit? It's too much clout right now for him with doing all this shit.
Or something, bro, cause
yeah, it was so weird.
That shit stood out, bro.
He's gonna drop an album with what's her name? Con la Jenner, what's her? Con Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner. I didn't know her. It's now name.
So as a producer, bro, what annoys you most during a session?
I think it's the same thing as like maybe we'll have him and Santa throw a quiz in here, like right quiz, like maybe it would probably be the same thing, bro, when like people come unprepared, man, and they're like, yeah, I got you, bro, and like they keep on bugging you for the session, and then they get there, and it's like 4 hours to drop 4 bars, and like, bruh. Like, come on, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? You were bugging me and all this shit, and you come and, like, not prepared. Like, yeah. Bro, and then you want to start sipping. I'm like, bro, I'm going to knock that damn beer out of your hand if you don't give me this damn other 4 bars you need to finish the damn verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, just come prepared, man. Come prepared. Because, look, I don't have no problem when you drinking, sipping, and doing everything you want, but it's business at the end of the day, so come do your business. And you can drink and sit while I'm mixing it, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you're done with your work now. Let me do my work, but I can't get to my work if you can't finish yours, you know what I'm saying? So, just people that are unprepared or maybe that bring, like, bad vibes. Like, I'm not with the bad vibes at all. Like, as you get older, you kind of start sensing that shit before you get to start meeting the people. Yes, so, you kind of just start, like, I get, like, a little feeling. Sometimes the feeling is right, but sometimes it's not. Maybe it's just a little feeling. You got to kind of brush it off and get to know the person. But most of the time, the feeling is there, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just, come prepared to do your work.
A-game.
Yeah, and that's it, man. Because, I can fix timing, I can fix EQing, but I can't fix emotion, you know what I'm saying? So, that's something that you got to bring. I can't fix that shit, you know what I mean?
Perfect way to answer that, man. That was a good answer.
That's true, bro, because they can come in and if they sound tired, you're like, You know what I mean? You need to come prepared in every way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Simón, un Red Bull, algo, pero
And all those problems, just leave them outside, and you came here to work. Nothing else,
exactly
man.
like and like speaking of that, like I need to take a deep breath saying this, guys. Ladies, let your man be in the studio. Stop hitting him up every time thinking he's out there cheating.
Oh,
For real.
shot
Let him
fired. Shot fired.
let him fucking be in the studio. Sometimes he just wants to unstress himself from his house, and then he comes to the studio to unstress himself, and then you're still hitting him up like, who the
It's his
fuck is there?
therapy.
Who the fuck is there? I'm like, the only person he's making love to is a microphone. Leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Like, I swear they keep on like, yo, just leave him alone, man. This is his getaway. Music is
Yeah.
therapy, man.
It's a therapy, bro.
It's therapy. Ladies, let your man give him $40 for the session or for the 6-pack, and I bet she's gonna lay more pipe than a plumber when he gets home. Like, so just let him stress out. You know, I have some sessions where artists come, and before we even start the session, I tell them how their day's been, and then just like let loose, and they basically tell me the whole day, the whole week, sometimes the whole feelings of what's going on, because they feel like they can talk to me more than just me being their engineer. And like I feel like that's them releasing maybe like
Stress.
like the stress from it, and then we get to the
It's
to
funny
the
you
music.
say that, man, because I consider in the music world, as a producer, I consider us being the barbers of artists.
Exactly, that's a perfect way to put it. Like they come in, and like sometimes we don't start to say, we just start vibing, talking, and by the time you know it, it's like, yeah, man, like you got everything out, and they just start talking about it. You know so much about the person and stuff, and then once you start doing the music, it's kind of like, now not only does that work, like getting to know the person, it's kind of gets you a little bit more comfortable in telling them how to fix stuff on their track. Like it's like some people can't take constructive criticism, but once you get to know them a little bit, you know that you're saying it to help them out, not to be a dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, man. Because like I said in the last podcast, Danny, if you can't take constructive criticism,
Never gonna get better.
This thing ain't for you. It ain't for you. You know. What
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly.
You gotta have thick skin, man. You have to accept. I mean, they're giving you advice. I mean, they ain't hating on you. They're just trying to make you better. That's what it is.
And you gotta have like also when you're in a relationship, you gotta have a special type of significant other to understand how passionate we are about all this. How, you know what I mean? Like they have to understand that you're gonna be working with multiple artists and all that.
Yeah, for sure. Long
And-
night to the studio and stuff like that. Like for sure,
Lifestyle's
man.
crazy, bro. It's a crazy lifestyle.
Yeah, it's not
It-
for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But like some people still like stick with it, you know what I'm saying? I like major shout out to anybody that's hearing this and is making music. Like shout out to y'all, because to be real, it's a fucking pipe dream. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know if you're gonna fucking make it or not. Like not all of us are gonna make it. Like for real, it's straight up. Like not all of us are gonna make it. Might not make it. None of us might make it. But it's still the fucking drive that just pushes us to do it, and getting that feeling of how it will feel if we do make it. Because I mean, if you stop, then you at least might not never know the feeling. But if you keep on going, you might do it. You know what I'm saying? There's a high
And-
chance of you doing it.
And there's no wrong way in trying to make it, because I see sometimes people post like, well, you know, like you don't do it this way, you don't do it this way. It don't fucking matter. It's like
Nah, it don't matter,
something's
bro.
gonna work, and whatever works for you is gonna make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all you have to do, bro, is just keep on pushing good music, and you know, marketing has to do a lot with it nowadays. But at the end of the day, bro, there's people that search for artists, dog. You know, labels have people that they pay to search for artists. So if you keep on making good music, bro, your music's gonna end up in some of those guys' ears, and they gonna fucking find you. You just gotta keep on making music, and once they find you, be prepared, you know, because you know they're probably gonna want to sign either you and your audio tracks, or maybe just you for an album or something. What it is, but a lot of people nowadays are just being independent,
Yeah,
which is
that's
salute.
what-
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what-
Because at the end of the day, we're just keeping our own stuff, you know.
Bro, so what's personally like your favorite microphone that you've used in the studio?
I started with a Sterling one, and then I upgraded to the Warm Audio WA47 Junior, which was a pretty good mic. And then I recently got a mic from a homie. That's the one I'm using right now. It sounds pretty freaking bomb. It's the Newman U87. So that mic is pretty badass, bro. The one I'm trying to get as well after that one, it'll be the Telefunken TF39. But I mean, the overall goal to get one like after, if all this works out type shit, it'll probably be the Sony C800.
Bro, like, as far as, do you fuck with preamps también or no? Like, whether it's instrument or vocal? Do you
Yeah, I mean, right now I just have the preamps that the Apollo has because that's what I have right now. But if it was if I were to get a preamp, the ones I know that I used at school that I liked were it was the Avalon, the Avalon pre.
Is it like $2,000 or on there?
Yeah, around there, like $2,000. Like the Avalon pre is super good, and the Neve 1073.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get into the more of the preamps, but
And
with time.
I think there's another one by, oh man, I can't think of the name. I think it's Abbey. If it's not Abbey Studios, is or something like that. There's like a preamp that's a preamp and an EQ together. It's super dope too.
Yeah. What's your favorite VST, bro?
Damn, bro, that's a tough one, dog. I'm gonna name you my top 3 or top 5. Top VST for me that I can't not use is obviously auto tune. Don't matter which one. People is like, nah, it's because you got this. Like, nah, dog, just move the settings. It's just a tiny bit of coloration that defines the other one. Tip for everybody that that I do. I don't know. A lot of people do. You can stack auto tunes, dog. Just stack auto tunes. Put 2 auto tunes in one channel. People are like, why? Just do it and mess with it. You're gonna see a little difference. Stack auto tunes. I like the little Alter Boy by Soundtoys. I like Soundtoys. I like the Echo Boy, which is a delay. What other one I like? For mastering, I like the Pugchild 670 and the SSL compressor by Waves. It's a good compressor.
Waves pretty good. I haven't gotten into Waves yet. I'm still trying to fuck with Ableton's.
Ableton's is good, bro.
All the chain, I'm trying. I have a chain like for every artist that comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and I just try to save it. But I know once in a while you gotta adjust it because depending on the song that you have.
Yeah, just tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
I tend to have that. I tend to have just like a small, basic, slight compression, slight EQ. But I tend to just kind of go every session, like EQ it differently because maybe he's taking a step back or two this session and is giving you thinner vocals, or maybe he's super close to the mic and he's feeling himself more than the other time, and he might have like a different EQ done on that track than the other one. So just kind of go for it, like everyone that comes in is kind of like new, and you just kind of have to just EQ it really quick and do a whole new.
What about production software? What's your favorite? Your DAW?
Ableton, baby.
Hell yeah.
Ableton, dog. Like, I know there's Pro Tools and industry standard and this and that. Like, man, I use Pro Tools, but I can move like no other in Ableton, bro. I can fucking move fast in Ableton, dog. Like,
So much control, right, bro?
yeah,
so
dog,
much
like
freedom.
I can finish like shit quick in there. Like I already got so quick to it, like, and then with Ableton 11, they're adding more shit to the vocal recording, which is fucking dope. So I'm glad that they're integrating more vocals to more vocal, like what do you mean, like vocal strategies or production
Vocal effects or what?
no, what they're doing is, how when you can record, usually when you're recording Ableton, it kind of like layers on top of the other one,
Yeah.
and you have to move the file to kind of like do it. So on the new 11, it's gonna record it, and every time it loops again, it does automatically opens up an audio track and leaves below it.
Oh wow, bro.
So now you can do, like, let's say you're recording something and you want to do a take of a certain word. You can say that word 10 times, and it'll automatically do 10 tracks below it, and you can choose whichever one of those 10 takes is better and just drag it up.
That's fucking fire, bro.
So,
Hey, G,
what's up, brother?
Whataburger In and Out.
Come on, Dad. Whataburger, hola.
Pinche mugrero in and out.
No, hombre, se mamaron. Que se get the animal fries. No, hombre, el único animal eres tú. Que no me comer esas mamadas. No, hombre. Nah, Whataburger.
Did you try the food at Chris Gallery that last time you went or no?
Nah, brother, I haven't. But, I mean, it looked good as fuck. So I'm pretty sure this time I am, dog.
Everybody talks about their pizza, and I still haven't yet to
fucking
taste
good,
their
bro.
pizza.
Yo, well, we're gonna have a pizza, man, for sure.
Shouts out to Ali. Shouts out to Rocky, man.
Yeah,
Chris
shout out to
Gallery.
Crisp Gallery for giving us the opportunity for everybody here locally, man, to do shows there. Like, and this times, like, not a lot of people are opening the doors, so and especially for hip hop artists. I feel like,
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like hip hop artists and artists in general have like a bad rep of like gangsters and all that shit. Like, nah, like we're just normal people trying to get on the grind, man. Like, just let us have a show, and we'll show we're professional, just like everybody else out there, and we can keep on bringing people to the show. Just give us the opportunity to showcase what we got. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Yeah, bro. Any final shout outs, Jirimo?
Man, shout out to Quez, shout out to you, man, Tiny Studio, Quez Black Apparel, man. Y'all get some shirts from
Much
him.
love, brother.
For
Much
sure,
love.
man. I already got like 3-4 of them, man. And it's dope, man. It's dope. I love the
Appreciate you,
studio
bro. God
head
bless you, bro.
one. So, man, shout out to everybody that's here in the 956 grinding, man. Shout out to everybody that's come through the studio to show love, just to say what's up. There's so many people I can just name, but just shout out to everybody. Fuck with me, man. Fuck with the movement. Everybody that's holding it down for the 956, dog. Like everybody that's out here grinding, doing their time, doing the work. Just keep on pushing, man. I feel like there's a very, very big movement in the 956 in regards to music that I have never seen before.
Yes, sir.
Like, I think this is our time type of shit. Like, you know, we gotta be like how Houston is with their music. Like, when we went out there, man, and one day, like, everybody showed out for a music video. And it's Houston, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big
I
ass city.
saw that, man. I saw
You know what I'm saying?
that.
Like, that was done in one day, literally, like, the music
That's
video.
dope.
So, like, that's how we have to get, like, when 956 like, hey, so-and-so is doing the music video. Let's,
We're,
No,
we're
show
gonna
up.
get there, bro. Like we're the foundation here, man. Like and all these
dog.
collabs, all these events, all this is just gonna keep
Yeah.
keep getting, bro.
Exactly,
better,
like
brother.
everybody just needs to work with everybody, man, and start pushing us because, man, the only competition is ourselves, man. We just need to get better at ourselves, and then we just keep on going, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Anything, Quez? You got anything?
I just gotta say, man, I respect this man, because he opens doors to different genres of artists,
I
and
appreciate you, dog.
he gives them the opportunity to show their talents, man, and I have not yet. I mean, everything is wonderful, man. Everything that gets produced by this guy, it's amazing, bro. And I applaud you, brother. And keep
Yeah,
on
thank
doing
you,
what
brother.
you're doing.
Likewise, brother.
And I see nothing but good things in the future for you, bro.
Hey, thank you,
Really.
man. Appreciate it,
And you
dog.
got the opportunity, bro, to brag about like how big you are, and you're very fucking humble, bro. And I respect you a lot, and I appreciate.
Yeah, I appreciate it, dog. Nah, I don't really think I'm big. No, I'm not in the waist. Like, nah, like,
Just
you know what
do
I'm saying?
you,
I
bro,
just
but
do me, dog, and
just
I
do
like to
you.
keep really low, like real chill. But I like to show just that, you know, like, you know, I like to work and I like to bring out a lot of stuff, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think this year, like, we just keep on working, man. And anybody that wants to come to the studio, man, just hit me up at Ritmo Music or James Cutter Studios, anywhere on social media. That's all my handle, man. Super easy. So just hit me up. We can work something out. And like, I make beats too. So y'all need beats, y'all need anything in regards to vocal production or anything like that, let me know, man. I got you.
He's your man.
All right, guys. Well, this concludes this concludes your episode 5 of Tiny Studio Podcast, and more are coming. And I appreciate everyone that's watching this. Make sure to follow these guys.
Much love, guys.
And music, peace, and love, homies.